Oh, oh, no, me too, me too. Oh, I'm talking to people. I'm here.
I'm gonna
Who
talk
is it?
too. I want to talk too. Good to see you guys, man. Welcome in. Good morning. Good to see
We've
you.
missed everybody.
We did. We did. It's been a few. It's been a few days off. I think it's fair to say. Hey,
A couple.
2 weeks. I think.
We're busy stoners. Okay.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that's very true. We ain't out here just doing nothing.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly, exactly. I'm on the the economy side, industry side of the stoner portion of it. You gotta get everybody else happy.
That's it. Yep.
Can't just be us. It's not
No,
fair.
no, that's right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome to this is our first highly motivated wake and bake. And what a way to start off. I feel like with a highly motivated wake and bake, where's like Gene Simmons? I think we need Gene Simmons or something. Just
Yeah. It's gonna go. There's gonna be Pauly Shore supposed to play him in a biopic movie.
Really? Yeah. He
Yeah.
he would be the
I mean,
perfect fit too, if you ask me. He kind of looks like him.
there's a voice there. He kind of looks like him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
I thought it was like that's pretty great.
That's funny. Oh man, I don't know if I'd watch it, but I'm sure my wife would.
Yeah. There's everybody's got. I still want to see the Weird Al one with Harry Potter
Right? I haven't
playing
seen.
him. I
I
think
haven't.
it looks
Yeah, I haven't.
hilarious.
I haven't seen that. Good morning, everybody. Look at this. We've got who wants foe? Bendo, good to see you, man. Cannabis Kev is here. Sarge is in the house. Michigan boy. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome in. Make yourself comfortable. What's everybody smoking on this morning? Uh, what are you smoking on this morning?
I've got some test stuff um, from my a last harvest from a micro grow that is no longer a thing very soon, and they gave me some sample stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong, but I think this is a flawless victory.
Okay,
But
flawless.
yeah, but I don't think this was. I'm either right or I'm wrong.
That's fair.
Flawless victory. We're gonna say it's flawless victory.
50-50.
Yeah.
Yep, 50-50% chance. Doesn't matter. With my argument, you could know exactly, well, you could think you know exactly what you're smoking and still not have a clue it's what you're smoking.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I should. He did tell me, but
he
was
did tell
high.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this should be an easy thing to solve. I was told the information. Remembering it's the hard part. Always the
yeah,
hard part.
yeah. Stoners though, right? Yep, right. Don't forget
Yeah,
that.
yeah. People are just handing me jars of weed or something, and it's like, oh, okay, thank you. Whatever this was.
Oh,
Yeah. If
Richard
you don't
Simmons.
label it.
I said Gene Simmons.
Oh, did you?
You knew what I was
Didn't even
talking about.
notice.
That's funny. Yeah,
I knew exactly what you
yeah.
were talking about.
Gene
Didn't even
Simmons.
notice it.
Yeah, that's too
That's
funny.
funny.
That's what I meant, though, Gene. Or Toxic. I meant Gene Simmons. Yeah. Just that's funny.
This is
Richard
we work
Simmons.
out really well that way.
Yeah, just read each other's minds. That's a very nice bong you have there, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's very nice. I like that. Oh, it's just off the screen. There you go. There you go. Yep, there you go. We have the
All
same
right.
ones. Yeah. It's a little Vanna White. There you go. There you go. Doo-doo-doo. The jet water pipe, man. Uh, you had gotten pulled them in at the shop. I was like, I need one of those. We had only been
Yeah, I've
looking
been
at them for like the last 5 years together.
at least I think.
At
Yeah.
least, at
I've
least.
been I bugged them for literally years about wholesaling because I wanted to bring them into the shop. And I eventually the guy's like, I'm gonna put you on a list because I think I was emailing him every like 4 to 6 months. He's like, hey, you guys get a wholesale program yet? And then as soon as they did, I ordered them. They even have these new pipes too, and they look really interesting. They're also not cheap, but it's like a thing where it totally comes apart, very modular, very like easy to clean, and it's just like those dimple. I can't remember what their company was called, but those pipes that they have all those dimples, and so it's supposed to be very a very cool smoke because of all the path
Mm,
that's traveled through over a
mm,
small period.
yeah,
So they have these like cyclones in it that look really neat. Haven't got to use it yet, but this thing is so good that
yeah,
I just don't think it. They're probably awesome, so
yeah,
I'm
no
gonna have to
doubt.
try them.
I know. Mine is the one that's slightly larger than yours, and this is too big.
Yeah,
This is too big. It is
you got
hard.
the XL.
It's hard to get a full draw out of it. I guess you guys
My
can't see it.
wife kept me from getting that one because my default high school Christopher was like, you have to buy the tallest
Yeah,
one. But it's like this is still their large is
it is.
still a
It is
very
very
large
large bong.
bong.
It is. It is.
It's the size of my other glass large piece that I normally have my email on, and that's a decent stack piece. That's excessive.
It
Like
is
standing up
excessive.
for the lineup in the store, that one is like almost touching the TVs above it,
Right.
where the rest of them are all just like regular size bong. But like you said, it's not. They're not easy to clear.
It
You,
is
you need
not.
some big lungs.
And I'm good at. I'm good. Like I'm good at doing it, and I'm
Yeah.
not. It's tough. It's hard out here for a pimp.
Yeah, you got to work for it. Nothing that's
Nothing's easy.
worth it is worth it.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. Morning, buddy. Love. Good morning. Michigan boy smoking on some Tropic Cherry. I'm smoking on my 9 to 5. Just kidding. I get it. I smoke at work. Train wreck going in the bowl. Let's go, Bendo. Nice. I'm smoking on some Purple God's Green Crack. That's what I'm smoking on right now. So, cheers to the friends.
Getting distracted.
Ooh-wee. It's a great way to get things started. So, I haven't seen you in a few weeks. Last time I think we seen each other, was God, it was well, actually, in fairness, I saw you 3 days ago, but it was Wednesday, I think. Wednesday.
Yeah. We did see each other. We just didn't work.
We just didn't do anything. Yeah, we just didn't do anything. The FOMO is real. And what? You both have their bong? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, he got it first. He owns, for the record, Chris is the one that owns the dispensary and has all the cool toys. And then when he brings them in, he's like, look what I got. And then I was like, I will take one of those, please.
Every time we get something fun and I have to let you know.
Yeah. You're going to want one of these. Yeah. And come get it quick
You're
because
part
so
of my
will everyone else.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the equation. Like even when I ordered these, I was gonna originally get less. Like they're not. We're selling them for what is it like 265? I
Yeah.
think is what
Yeah,
it
it
is.
was about that. Yep.
Canadian, and so it was like right along with their U.S. pricing because it's like they were great about the wholesaling to make sure that it was like something that could happen, especially with exchange rate and stuff.
Right.
And so yeah, like they're not like the cheapest unit, but
No.
I knew I'm like, well, I'm gonna grab one.
Yeah.
Andrew's probably
Yeah.
just gonna grab
Yeah.
one, right? It's just so like there's a few people like, oh, the one guy works for me. I was like, he's probably gonna grab them. He did.
That's
so
how
like,
it goes,
three
bro.
right off the hop, right? There's
Yep.
3-4 of them are gonna go right off the hop. Yeah, and then actual customers.
And then actual customers. Yeah. Yeah.
Not the defaults that get texted.
Right. Well, at least you know that there's a sure thing there. You know, at least.
Yeah.
It's like I will take it. I will take it. Yeah. And I will take another mouthpiece, filters, and yeah.
Right. Yeah, the restock of visits. I've been talking about because I grew out of breaking bongs on such a consistent basis. It just stopped happening to me all the time. So the last bong was bought for me replacing because somebody else while playing I think a Wii Sports game or something, and they like reached out playing tennis and snapped the bong, and then they went and bought me a new one. This was, I mean, it's been over 10 years, I think. And I just like, I'm an adult. It sits on a counter, especially it was attached to an email most of its life.
Right.
So it really never got moved. And I just got lucky, didn't break it. So it's existed. And you're like, well, how do I validate going to spend
another
$200?
Yeah.
Right. On when I don't need to. The bong's fine. It functions. And especially too, like even looking at other glass, I'm not gonna want to go for like some crazy aesthetic because it's an everyday use piece. So like ability to clean and stuff comes into huge factor. Yeah.
Has to. Yeah, it has to. Cleaning factor is damn near number one for me. And because like I clean my pieces upwards of 2 times a day. So it's like I need it to be cleanable. And this one is I honestly think this is probably going to be one of my last pieces. I might buy another one, but it's like it's a perfect piece. You know, it's a perfect piece. It comes apart. It's easy to clean. It's
I do a surprising amount of outdoor smoking too, and that accommodating that is always really tough. So when I'm just out in the garage, and now I have this thing that is very durable and can
Right?
sit anywhere around the garage
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything too, right? So
Yep.
it's just nice that it's both my best piece and also the one that I can use in all the other situations. It doesn't have
Right.
to come out under
Versatile, baby.
it's so versatile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versatile.
And they're not even paying us yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. They won't. They won't. They're too big.
Yeah.
Their social media presence is like it's bigger than mine. They've got like 70,000 or 100,000 on their Instagram, and yeah, they don't need no influencer marketing.
Those bubbles sell themselves.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I've dropped this tube. I unscrewed this, dropped it
Mhm.
on the concrete floor, and I immediately was like, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Like not a damn
Yeah.
thing. Like bouncing. Yeah, I was just like, what? Holy.
I keep bumping when I've taken it apart and then I'm cleaning it, and I always seem to hit the threads, or if I drop it, it's always on the threads.
Right.
And I keep going like, oh,
Yeah.
that's got to be the weak point. That's been machined. It's thinner. That's what's going to snap on me. I'm going to get a
Right.
chip at the bottom edge.
Nope.
Nothing so far.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No. But I think
I know.
it's going to happen, but it doesn't. It doesn't.
Nocturnal, good to see you this morning. Taproots, good to see you this morning. Bad News Nesto, good morning. Commando, good morning. Clap, good morning. Thank you guys for all joining us. 20 people out there. That's pretty big for Highly Motivated. Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning for a wakey bakey chicken steaky.
I don't know.
Yeah.
In the living room.
I was going to answer your question. Sorry, Nocturnal. Yeah, the base is incredibly easy to clean. I can't show you right now because mine's full of dirty water, but everything unscrews. The stem unscrews, the plastic unscrews, the inside percolators unscrew. Like it all comes apart.
It opens so that where this screws into, you have like a big open circle there, and then this also unscrews, so there's a circle here that connects underneath.
Just rush water through it.
So yeah, there's no, like, you can get your fingers in there no problem, or any other tools.
I use a
you
cloth.
really need to.
Yep.
But you only use ISO on this. You're not supposed to use any cleaner, no abrasives, nothing. If you get abrasives, it'll scratch this and then also make it less cleanable. So you're not supposed to use any of like the salts or like a Randy's or something with the built-in.
Nothing.
You just use
ISO.
Straight ISO, nothing else. Not even soap. They don't even want you using soap on this because that'll fog up the materials. Like I knew a guy that had one of these for a lot of years. He got one of these early on, and he did not take care of his pieces, and it never stained. As soon as you throw a little ISO on there and like maybe pass through a paper towel or something, it just like everything wipes right off. So it's like stupid silly easy.
It is stupid silly. It really is.
Everything just like wipes off, and you're just like, oh.
Yep.
This isn't hard at all.
And like if you were to get one Nocturnal, like they make it very, like on the box itself it says do not use abrasives or other cleaners.
There's
so
warnings
everywhere.
Paper. Yeah.
So
they're like water and ISO. That's it. And the bowl's metal. Like I even brought in extras of the bowls just to sell them because they're 14 millimeter.
Yep.
But it's like a great metal bowl that's indestructible, basically. So yeah, they're just super well thought out.
Very well. That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah, it's just that kind of like, it's not a technology thing. They just really refined, because that core down there that with all the bubbles and stuff, like how that's removable. It's got the ball valve in it and stuff. But it's just the fact that they made it removable. They made it that it came apart. It was
clearly smokers.
It's like the guys that left Tesla to start Rivian, and not that that's gone over as well, but it's just, you had this like base understanding, and they're like, no, we want to like do some other things outside of this single design that you guys operate under, and they created a really cool truck out of it that's had some problems, but
yeah,
startups are hard.
Yep. And what do they retail for? I think like a 260, or what'd you say, 160?
Yeah.
260. They're not cheap. They're not cheap,
they're
but
easy.
This is the last bong. Like I said, this will probably be the last piece I ever buy. Now, not me,
Oh, this
because
I'm
like
thinking the
it's a
carb.
conversation piece. Oh yeah, the carb. Yeah, the
Yeah.
bong,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and so it's like this is a conversation piece. You know, I really, yeah, it justifies itself when it's probably the last piece I ever buy. So dang easy to clean, great hauls. Yeah, what more are you looking for? So
Yeah. You can't
especially
break it, and
no,
you can even if you buy $200 bongs and you break them, like it's just. And you can buy parts. Like if I want to get that giant stack, or you want to get a
yep,
smaller one,
yep.
because they even have a size smaller than this, and it's all the same dimensions. So your mouth cap works on it, same threading, all that fun stuff. So you can do colors and adding in the pucks too, which inevitably I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
We were
right,
talking
right.
about it as well.
Totally forgot it. I keep mentioning the pucks too, and I haven't got mine either. I would like some more
Yeah,
percolation.
wouldn't help.
No,
It
yeah, I
wouldn't
think
hurt.
so. The only thing is like I'm curious how much the flow is impacted at that point, because like this one at whatever inches it is, like it's already like a pull to get it to go. So it's like I couldn't imagine if you added a couple more percolators in there, how much more of a pull.
See, they sit up, right, and they even sit up above the water line, and then when the water comes up
Yeah,
as you're pulling, it'll there, but they're not tight to the outside, because like if you notice the top of the core is still
right.
wiggle
Oh yeah,
room,
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
there's around the inside diameter of the cylinder
Right,
has
right,
got some
right.
flow through, plus pushing it through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't see a big problem. Yeah, I'd be curious about it. Um,
it gets the job done.
it gets the job done, and I'm happy with that. I like that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, East Coast thing. You hit that like button. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Um, East Coast. As long as you remember to tighten everything together. Yeah, I've totally. I have not screwed the stem in all the way and had water coming out, and I look over, my table's just flooded. I'm like, darn it.
yeah,
Yep, that was me.
yeah.
Morning, Craft Grow.
Yeah, user error.
User error. Yeah, that's what it is. User error. So for the last time we did actually talk in regards to stuff is I was in town in your town, and I went to a protest. I was protesting my right. Um,
Right
and
to grow.
yeah, right to grow. And yeah, it was pretty sweet. It was quick. My live stream was longer than the event itself.
Right,
Um,
right.
yeah, I had like what sucked is it took me 10 minutes to like get the live stream. I was gonna I wanted to live stream it, and I didn't create a thumbnail first. It took me 10 minutes to create the thumbnail and then get the live stream going. And in that time, I pretty much missed most of the event.
Right.
And so with my phone and my stream, I went out there and just enough time to see Jesse and the lawyers off, and yeah, I got to meet a fan, which was really cool. Precision Growth. He was really cool to talk to, man. Uh, it was nice
Yeah,
because I
they're
had
running in
someone
the
to talk
wild
to.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It's always unexpected. You never know what you're gonna run into, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it's like we still haven't got an answer yet that I've
No,
heard
no.
from the judges, so we'll see where that lies. But
Yeah,
it I've heard people on both sides, like the argument of what got decided in Quebec, which
yep,
was because it threatened their monopoly because it's a full government run system over there. And so like the argument Jesse's team has is the fact that we don't have a monopoly, so it doesn't threaten that. So like the government's position on it.
hmm hmm
And like I mean it's valid, but like I've seen people go like that's kind of a useless throwaway fact. It's just it's not going to change anybody's mind. And other people are like, well, it's pretty obvious. And I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, it is obvious. But there's a lot of things that go on that aren't based
right.
on reality, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. That's the way she goes. Yeah. I'll be
yeah,
interested to see how it is. I'll be interested to see how which way it goes.
I sure hope it goes through. I mean, it's another one of those
I mean,
ridiculous situations
yeah,
that
it'd be nice
I
to
don't
have my
understand.
right. Nice to have my right. And yeah, for those that don't know,
Yeah,
Chris and I are in Manitoba, Canada, and in our province, you can't grow your own product, even though it's federally legal everywhere else. So yeah, um, we know the guy Jesse
province.
who's suing the government. with his team, and yeah, do you think it helped? No. Like the rally or like the little get together? No, 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 no. Did it help at all? No. But what I do think it did is it's more of like a morale boost. It's more of like a,
Yeah,
it's more of like
for
a
the
this,
lawyers.
this is yeah, set them up, get them ready to get in there, and more or less just to kind of like let the people know that stuff's being done. That's
Yeah,
what the biggest thing is. It's the reality is I don't really think that 70 or 100 people meeting in front of town or the city building or provincial building is really going to do anything. But it just shows that there's a collective. There's a common what's the word I'm looking for?
like a goal.
Yeah. It brings people
Right.
together, and I like that. So yeah, power to the people, man.
Yeah, I
And
think
the
like
meter maid.
it's gonna inevitably get itself sorted out because I think also depending on what happens provincial election wise, other parties' willingness to participate in the federal
Yeah, we do have an
program, whatever, right? Like,
we do
uh,
have an election on
you
the
know,
way.
that could change things by itself, regardless, because this could happen and it could not go their way, and then there's the government change, and
Yeah,
they're like, "Oh no, we don't want to fight you on this,"
right,
and then
right.
it's just done. Yeah, right. So,
When is the election? Do you know?
um,
Next month?
I think so.
Like I have
Yeah,
no idea.
I think
October.
we're like I think it's mid-October or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
I
we'll
know.
just say that.
I'm not quite sure.
No one's gonna challenge us. There are 25 people in the chat don't have a damn clue when our election is. So
Yeah.
October 20th. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Whatever us Canadians do, and we
yeah.
just put a snowball on a scale, and
And
we're
yeah,
like,
once
this
it
guy wins.
melts, what day it melts on,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
all the people meet. Yeah, I can't wait.
Exactly.
Um, East Coast and the meter maid. Yeah, there was a meter maid. Dank Monster, good to see
Yeah.
you. Dags, good morning.
Right. Right.
Bendo, an American Republican from Florida, just asked for federal legalization. An American Republican from Florida. Well, good. Good. I often get asked, at the last election, people were like, Pigeons, do you think, a turning of the guard, changing of presidents will bring on the legalization? I was like, no, no,
No.
no. First of all, this is a topic that it matters. So politicians won't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Um,
And
yeah.
it's honestly a big thing to undertake.
Oh
Setting
yeah.
up
Mm-hmm.
the infrastructure and everything. I mean, in Canada more so, we're very controlled substances have a lot of oversight here. There's not a lot of things you can do, like releasing a product, especially like for public consumption. You don't just get to like do it
No,
and see how things go. You have to go. You need licenses and everything for
I'm
distribution of these type of things.
learning that with my product, and it's not even consumption.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Like, so there's a lot of oversight, and then and I mean, in the business side, it's very difficult to deal with. It's great overall for consumers. We don't have listeria outbreaks or whatever like the states do on a constant basis out of, because of like an incredible amount of oversight. So
Yeah. Yep.
it has its good and bad, but it's just something that makes it something that you have to deal with.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Morning, Keith. Keith and Chief is here. 38 special. Woo, live. Yeah, we are live. I think it's something that maybe we should be doing like once a month, to be honest with you. We should be doing like a wakey bakey or something and just come and chill and relax. And I think it's a great way to, like, I've always gone live on my channel. I think it's a great way to actually connect with your peeps,
Well, we also have a hockey season coming up, and like that's another thing.
Yeah, right.
We can just, especially when our teams play each other, which
Oh,
they do fairly often,
bro.
we could stream during that. That'd be
Yeah,
nice.
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Man, I'm excited. Bruins. Brad Marchand announced as captain. I've been talking about that for a while because I've yes, thank you.
Congratulations, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
What a
Very happy
terrible
about that.
default.
Right? What a terrible thing to happen. One of the greats. Damn it.
Yeah.
And then we got Charlie
Yeah,
and
definitely all of that.
we got McAvoy and I wanted it to be Krejci, but it wasn't Krejci. Charlie and
Okay.
I can't remember for the life of me. But anyways, yeah, it's an exciting hockey season. Not to mention my boys' hockey season brings us together even more because then I'm going to be heading your way, and
Yeah, you guys have tournaments here all the time, so we just get to see you. It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah.
I don't even
And
have to go anywhere. It's awesome.
no, exactly. And I got a free
And then
hotel.
we just go to rinks. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's just I love it. It conveniences me, and that's what I like.
Right? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. Yep, I agree. Can you discuss the difference between THCA flower and THC flower? Well, THCA is just another cannabinoid.
That's a branch off. I haven't see. I've done like THCA diamonds,
Okay.
and uh, so every time I've experienced them, they have been THCA. So to my understanding, that's basically the one that we want to pay attention to, anyways. And it, from talking with some reps and stuff, like this is getting into the minutia of the stuff that I really don't fully understand. But it is those. Uh, we just say THC and as in kind of like a Kleenex
Yeah, as an
or
umbrella.
whatever thing. Yeah, yeah, the whatever coverage word for it. And so it's like THCA, I think, is that somebody filled the rest of that information in,
Right.
but I think that's
I
what
know I know
is
that
my
in
understanding.
if you go to like Texas or Vegas and stuff like that, like you can they get away with selling THCA products. And I've also it was
But
your
I think
diamonds.
that's the proper cannabinoid. Yeah, and they are THCA as well too, because I think that is the proper compound, right? And THC straight up, I don't think is a thing because I think like just like there's with caryophyllene or limonene and stuff, you can have like different variations of them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
I think it is.
betas and all that.
I think
So I
I wish I actually knew more about this to be honest with you, but I'm pretty sure
every time I
THCA is
see
just another
it's
form.
isolate,
It's just
but it just seems like
non-intoxicating.
all no, but it is like that's the stuff that gets you high. Is the is
I when we
like those
smoked
are the ones I've been smoking.
I thought it was I was like I thought it was just bunk. I thought it was like it was like
Well, the thing is it
smoking
is a
water.
very it is. I equate it to customers. It's like a what everybody associates as a sativa, just a very light head high. It's like, but like a very, if you had a sativa distillate that was just crazy high percentage, that's what it is. It's just like where distillate's like a very short high, but you get up and because you're in those like 80 percentiles and
Right.
such.
Yep.
The diamonds is like it's like a narrower beam that's even more concentrated, and so the high is very short. There's no real curve. It's just kind of up and down,
Right, right, right. Like a
and
distillate,
it's just
like you
like
said.
boom. Yeah, yeah. But you just get that top head. So
Right,
there's
right.
not a lot there to it, and it's very short. You put the diamonds with some nice flour. That's
Right.
where I really like
A
them when
nice
you're infusing pre
entourage.
rolls and stuff because then it gives you this like kick up, and especially in like a social setting, just a wonderful chatty high,
Hmm.
and you get this like punch up by itself, like just like dabbing diamonds. It's like you said, it's like a sip of coffee. Where like, ooh, that's nice,
Ooh.
and then 5 minutes
Yeah.
later, it's like
Yeah.
done, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna blow through this today
Right, right, right.
because nothing sticks around. It's a very short high. You just get a buzz for a moment. You take a bump, and then and then
Yeah.
you move on,
Right.
right?
Yep. Yep.
So that's the thing is just that one's kind of like a weird super concentrate, but again, it's very specific because
Right.
there is no other cannabinoids present in it.
Just it.
So
Just A. Right, right,
that's
right.
that, right? Yeah, yeah. So I guess that's what that is, and it really shows you how important all the rest of the cannabinoids are.
Right. Oh, yeah. And that's something as a home grower we're quite familiar with because
Right.
it's what a lot of this commercial weed is missing is all those extra stuff.
Yeah.
The good terpenes, the smells, and that's when we go to all these craft shops, and it's like, man, the weed they put in front of us, it's like, whoa, wow, this
Yeah,
is
and
good
that's
shit.
even and it that the landscape's evolving so much, and you get worried about it to a degree, but the amount of these craft guys that aren't getting to stick around because business matters too. And sometimes it's seeing the effect of, these legacy guys, and depending how they got in, they might be great growers, but how the business is run does matter. And sometimes you can have, a few stumbles and it creates problems. um, uh, because mistakes like having a little bit of mold takes you from being one statue of quality to now you have an irradiated product if you want to be able to make any money off of it at all. And so there's just like there's big swings. It's agriculture at the end of the day, and doing it on scale to be able to make money. Like anybody that's been paying attention to the Canadian cannabis market is like that's the biggest thing. Is like how many growers get to survive. Is like Canopy's selling off everything they got. They were the one of the big. I mean, they've received more funding, I think, than any other
They're the biggest.
Canadian cannabis company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. $11 billion from Constellation Brands.
Right. Like
Crazy.
it's
Yeah.
insane.
And not to
It's
mention,
insane.
just last week they dropped BioSteel,
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. They were losing. I think it was something like $15 million a month on BioSteel.
which is
And my
ridiculous.
understanding
Why the hell
before
are they
was that
in?
it was
Like, what the fuck are you doing in
it was a pay to
BioSteel?
play. They were
Oh,
doing a pay
yeah,
to play
yeah,
situation,
yeah.
right? Like it was like, here, we'll
Stupid.
pay all this money to make everybody look like some people are drinking it, but nobody was drinking it, obviously. And they were burning cash like crazy. But it's like that was supposed to be one of the few things that Canopy had in their portfolio that was actually making the money. And
Mhm.
now it's declaring bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yep.
oh, there's been
And
a lot of time left. They
it's
just
like, wait
finished
a
selling
sec.
off the Hershey plant,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no wonder that these companies, not one big cannabis company made profit last year. Not one. Not one. And it's just like, what are
And
you
very,
doing?
and very few little guys too. Like it's the production side of thing. It's still flushing itself out.
Oh, for
And
sure.
that's what, like I'm talking about it. It's gonna take a while because it's incredibly hard to make money
Yeah.
and make money on a regular basis
The
and all that stuff.
that is happening now because of what happened in 2018. The rush
Yeah.
to market, the rush of product that, and not even really great product, just the rush of product just that flooded the market and for a ridiculous amount of price. And now we've got an abundance of it. There is a lot of flower in this country right now. And not most, but a lot of it is going to the garbage or compost.
Yeah, it's burnt out, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how that's ended up being where we just have this like massive influx because there's just so much being grown. Because like, and that's the thing is you don't. It's a hard thing to decide because you don't want the government to put a cap on licenses and then be like, well, the first handful that got in get to become the new giants of industry. Congratulations,
right.
you won the life lottery,
Right.
and get to become billionaires. You don't want that. You want business to play out. It's the same. I have the same argument on the retail side because this province is handing out licenses left, right, and center to anybody that's got a pulse and the money and can fulfill the requirements. It is there's no interest in them stopping at current. And so what are you supposed to do? Because that's not fair. Because if I'm not the guy that got in the first part,
Right. You want a
I'm
chance.
pissed.
You still want
I
to
want a
have an
chance.
opportunity. Yeah, you want to play.
Right. Yeah, and it's unfortunate because there's a lot of individuals that are taking on the risk of growing this industry, and lots of people that are feeding their families and losing their shirts every day. So it's that part sucks because you don't want them to interfere with it, but at the same time, you go, there's got to be something here where it can still be there's some feasibility and an open market at the same time, you know?
Yeah. What is the answer? Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
You know, do we
Right,
have it?
'cause
A couple
it doesn't
stoners.
appear to be large scale. It doesn't appear to be large, you know, crazy growth like a Canopy situation.
Right.
And micros, you know, like I said, they're closing all the time.
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm. It's cutthroat. It's cutthroat.
yeah,
It's trying to make it in an emerging industry. And you know, and you got to remember, because that pay to play system was in effect in 2018. You did get to pay to play, but now it's kind of like we've kind of etched away at that, where not you have to pay to play, but you don't have to pay as much. It seems, you know,
yeah,
or it just seems like the avenues to which you can get there have expanded. So you're still paying lots, but now more people are able to pay. My big thing, Bendo says, my big thing with irradiating cannabis is cannabinoids are extremely sensitive. What are we converting some of these cannabinoids into by irradiating them? Yeah, dust. um, we
Yeah,
are.
I mean, we know it's dropping the total content. I mean, everything I've heard from growers and this stuff is you're losing percentages across the board. Your THC values, everything drops. So the quality of it's there. And the thing is the guideline, like here in Canada, is not that mold isn't present. It's non-active. I can't remember what the exact technical term is, but it's just that the spores can't be active, and that's what the radiation is. Just deactivates the spores. So you are technically under the guidelines, mold's allowed to be on the product. It's just not allowed to be alive. And like that's shitty. That's one of those like that shouldn't be the answer,
No, right. No, it
right?
shouldn't.
Like because
Because, like, the idea that if you are irradiating something to get rid of bad, inherently, you're going to get rid of good too. Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't believe that you can. This isn't a lawn feed. This isn't a dandelion killer. It doesn't just kill the bad stuff. It's killing good stuff or important live stuff as well. It's like I think of it as like peroxide, rubbing alcohol or something on a cut. You get a cut and you pour peroxide on it. It's killing the bacteria, but it's killing good bacteria too. There are good bacterias that are there, and they need to be
Yeah.
alive to be able to heal your skin and so on and so forth. And we get rid of them both when we clean like that. So when you irradiate it, the exact same things happen. We already know that processes that we do during the grow can impact the terpene profile, the cannabinoid profile. We learned it too when we were going through Natural Earth, and we were speaking with Dana in regards to their living organic soil. Apparently,
Mm-hmm.
they have a terpene that is present in their genetic that's only present in theirs, and they assume that it's been unlocked based on the living organic soil. And it creates a system that I can't remember the terpene that it was, but it creates a system that
Near a little.
there we go. Thank you. Yeah, near a little.
Yeah.
And so if you can have an impact on the terpene and cannabinoid profile just by changing up soil, your medium, it only makes sense to me then by adding radiation, you are also doing that. So to what level, to what
Yeah.
extent, my monkey brain doesn't know.
No, but I think regardless, and it's just a thing that's not good for everybody. Because let's say like the company does it as a default action, right? To make sure that their stuff passes because maybe they're not spending as much detail. And let's say it didn't have mold present
Right,
on it.
right. They're just
And
doing it.
they did it to something that was actually a decent product
Yep.
or whatever, a clean product.
Mm-hmm.
And it deals with any mites or something. That's cool. But now you just have something that's like not as good as it was.
Right.
Even if it doesn't even have a negative effect on us, it's just like not as good now. Like you've reduced it by a measurable amount. So like it just seems like a crazy that shouldn't have to be a byproduct. And
Right.
it's shown that it doesn't have to be a byproduct. And I know it's hard, but you'd think that maybe for like again, these are one of those things that the government has control over. And I know lobbying is very heavy. And why would these large companies that have shown that they can't do the good things anyways, why would they want to lose their loophole to get rid of product? So, but that's going to be if you forced the grower into a situation where it was there, like you had to, the radiation wasn't an option anymore. It had to pass on its own fruition, or you don't get to sell it, right? Like, doesn't that seem like the smart thing to do? It seems like it'd be really difficult,
Yep.
but like it would also narrow down, like it would turn it into a little bit more of a regular farming situation,
Right.
depending on crops, because there's guaranteed crops there, right? But
You're
and then it's like if you can do it, then you get to sell it,
That's right. You're cutting
right?
corners when you irradiate.
Right.
You're either lacking on your IPM, or you're lacking on your cleanliness or something's missing is what's happening, and you're trying to nip that in the butt with the irradiation process, which I just anyways, yeah, it's crazy to me. And then there's people in the comments that are like, yeah, everything's irradiated, pigeons. Come on, man. Like all the vegetables you eat, all irradiated, pigeons. Come on, it's just a little bit of irradiation. It's a little bit of radiation. It's not a big deal.
This is the same argument as the guy that's been in the vape industry prior to legalization here in Canada. That was the big argument everybody had because of vaping, and we weren't even burning things. They were just heating them up, right, to an evaporation point, because PG and VG, vegetable glycerin, is in a ton of stuff that we consume. Propylene glycol is a preservative that is sprayed on vegetables and other things as well too. So it's like, but everybody couldn't get the fact that it's like, hey, these are already in practice, out in market. People consume these things all the time and nobody's worried about it. But you're finding out for the first time about these chemicals because you've been to a concert. Have you inhaled the fog? You've inhaled propylene glycol. Congratulations. Right. But it was a super hard concept early on for people. They were so afraid of it. And same thing with the popcorn lung thing, right? Like it was just a way blown out of proportion situation that nobody had a real understanding of what went on there. And like it's the same thing. It's just like this is a catch-all argument coverage thing that works in the benefit of a large corporation, not in the consumer.
No, right. Yeah, it's crazy how that all works, eh? Hysteria, damn it. Don't get me started on the whole vaping thing. Yeah, it's a loaded conversation too. Yep. I think that problem is because we don't have people who are passionate in any industry. We have people who are wealthy, who are wealthy enough. Yeah, but I believe that'll change.
I think, but it's also like when you get involved in new industries, a lot of the people off the hop, like everything's like gold rush.
Right.
With cannabis, it's not the reality, but that's everybody's reaction. And the amount of people that get involved in it that like maybe don't even have a relationship with cannabis personally, period. And then they're putting together like a retail store, and then also have never even worked retail.
Right.
Or have operated a retail business.
Yep.
And they're just like, yeah, but it's cannabis, so it makes money. And so the money's like people invest into this industry for a multitude of reasons, and not all of them are sound business investments. It is a lot of personal stuff.
Yeah.
On top of the fact.
That is.
And so you're competing against that. You're competing against people that know what they're doing.
It is the gold rush. It is. It was the green rush. You know, it's no different than seeing somebody from Phoenix, Arizona, going up to Alaska to mine for gold. Right. Someone from that wouldn't have a clue. Forget about how hard it is to mine for gold. The environment will kill you first. So it's very similar in our industry, where it's people rush to the door, didn't know that it took months to grow this plant and harvest and cure and all that stuff. You know, it takes space and it takes effort, and you need a little bit of knowledge, and you need money and space and nutrients and
luck.
And luck. Yeah. You can't count on it, but luck counts, right?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things go into that into that equation, where it's like the strong will survive. I believe it. I'm excited. East Coast, I don't have to nuke my flower. Yeah, right. East Coast, I don't have to nuke mine either. Yeah. And my buddy Harley Grower sent me a cool little Keef shovel, one of the most used tools in the house. That a boy, a little Keef shovel? Yeah. I got a little. I use like a little. You know when you buy a grinder, and inside the grinder it's got that little scraping thing. That's what I use as my shovel. Until I got I now have a drone wing. So this is a DJI drone wing, and it's just a nice little no, it's not broken for some reason. I'm not using a broken one. Sacrificial one. And it's a great shovel in.
I drink way too much coffee.
Right? Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I've been in the vaping industry for a while now. Built and designed my own vape mod for a company, sold my design, and then I ended up there in the market, fell on the vaping. I use guitar pick as my shovel. Oh, everyone's got their own little piece. Yeah.
The things you procured. It's like I have these. This is
Yeah, yeah.
my dad used to own a bowling center when I was younger, and so he's got all these like weird accessory things. These are for like cocktails, like olives and stuff, little pitchforks, but I use it for cleaning bowls. It's just like a little. And then
Perfect.
I also have these like my grandmother had these like nut cracking tools and or for um doing crab or something to like
Yeah. Oh, yep.
crack them
Yep.
open. But they're very like fancy artisan ones too, and so that's with like another one of my kits for cleaning the bowl for the vape. That one stays with that one. I'm like, because they're just like these fun little pieces,
Yeah.
and you just because yeah, you can use a toothpick or whatever, but it's like yeah, there's something.
There was a day when we had nothing but toothpicks to use. You know, it's nice to have those little trinkets. Cause now you can go to now you
Yeah,
go to the shop and you can buy some kind of thing. You know,
right.
we
Right,
had
right,
to be
right.
in.
It's
You
just
had to be.
it's nice to find something that you have in your life.
Yeah.
I'm just terribly nostalgic about everything, so I like having little pieces of life throughout my stuff.
Yeah, and
Makes
it's
it
a
more fun.
conversation piece too. You bring
Yeah,
it up, talk
yeah,
about it. Yeah, that's the best thing about one of the greatest things about being a stoner is the ingenuity, is the things that we come up with and the the resources that we go through to smoke weed. It's pretty sweet.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
the lengths we
it's
go to.
having your bar cart, right? People
Yeah,
like to have
yeah, yeah,
empty decanters and all that
yeah.
stuff, and it's like
Exactly.
this is just the same thing. I'm like, this is I have to have people over and they have to see this.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't want them to come over and have like, oh,
Q-tips
I'm sorry
and
about my dirty
fucking
bong.
toilet paper and all the nasty things. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want a story with it, damn it.
yeah. Make it fun.
Man, I also just noticed yesterday we crossed 700 subscribers on YouTube. We are at 708 today.
I
Hey,
didn't pay attention.
right?
Obviously,
I
I
didn't.
didn't
Yeah.
notice that. That's amazing.
We have been a bit busy over the last few weeks, but
Yeah, yeah. No kidding.
fair to say, a lot of life going on. But yeah, yeah, 708, 708. That's pretty wicked. So thank you all, everyone that hit that subscribe
Yeah,
button.
thank you. It's amazing. We appreciate that. We're trying.
Yeah, right. And there's 25 people in here, so that's pretty sweet. Thank you for all joining us. As I was saying, we should probably do this more often, man. Maybe like
Yeah.
once a month or something, a couple times a month. Get high, and then yeah, great opportunity to sit, chill, smoke some dope. Do you still call it dope or no?
Yeah,
I
I
smoke dope.
generally do. I smoke drugs.
I smoke drugs.
Like that's
Yeah,
been my
we say that a lot
default
actually. Yeah,
over
you
the
want to go
last
smoke
years.
drugs?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yep.
Now that I'm bringing this up, yeah, would you like to smoke some drugs?
You want to smoke some drugs?
Because I just, I think that's part of our generation, the mad generation,
Right, exactly.
and having these
rebel.
people come to your school and tell you that you are going to melt into a couch and your
Yeah,
brain's
yeah.
going to turn into fried egg if you smoke this stuff.
I'll never make it to
And
high
so,
school.
yeah, you're never going to make it through life. Period. You're going to die.
Yep, drug.
And it just so I love calling it drugs because it sounds so like harsh and raw. But you guys want to go smoke some drugs? And I'm like, I pay my taxes.
I'm a responsible individual.
Yeah, I like the juxtaposition of how harsh it sounds. I don't like to soften it anymore. I
Right?
already use the word cannabis too much because of work.
Yeah,
So
right.
I have to like make sure I push on the other side.
I
You
know.
can go smoke some drugs.
Smoke some drugs, smoke some pot, smoke some dope.
What's that movie?
Requiem for a Dream?
No, great
Oh.
movie. It's that one with the singer with John C. Riley where he's like kind of playing a Johnny Cash style character.
Fuck, I don't even know what that is.
Oh,
I'm the worst person to ask for
curly hair
movies.
from Step Brothers. You know Step Brothers?
Yeah, I know that. Oh, I know that
Yeah,
guy.
so the guy
Oh,
that
yeah,
puts
yeah,
the-
yeah. And he tries
whatever.
drugs for the first.
Yeah,
Yeah. What?
You know
Someone
what
will know
that
this.
is.
Someone in the chat's gonna
Yeah.
know this. Yeah.
I can't remember what the movie's called.
Someone's
Yeah,
gonna know. I know what you're talking about.
It's that attitude, right?
Right.
You don't want a piece of this.
Walk Hard. Is that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Dewey Cox story. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Walk
Yeah.
Hard.
Okay. God, that's old. I haven't seen that in a long time. But yeah, that's a good one. Classic. It's actually a hidden gem in my opinion in like our community.
The bygone era of like getting comedies like that.
Right.
You just don't
Gone.
get them anymore.
Gone, man.
Yeah.
The amount of things
Yeah.
we will never get again because it's the 2020s and sensitive and easily offended and
I feel actually we're gonna get some positive stuff out of this writer strike. It seems
yeah, the AI is gonna do it.
Well, yeah, it's not just that. Like it because not only is like the pay structure being talked about a lot, but they're also just talking about the way they do jobs to create things in terms of security for them, because they're basically unemployed after every project. So
Right.
it becomes whereas before, when they had network TV, you got your job and you were there for the run of the
The
show, and
3 years or
you knew you
whatever.
were
Yep.
working and all this stuff. And now with streaming stuff, they'll like film an entire season in 3 months, and then you're like, poop. So I get like, yeah, that's a massive change that
Yep.
streaming brought on
Yep.
that changed security. So things are going to change in terms of how they package deals, and I think it's going to make it so that we might start to get some more writer-friendly content, not just like we're making another Marvel movie. Who wants to work on it?
Right. Right.
It's guys getting to like do stuff that they want to do.
Yeah.
Like there's always been an appetite for it.
Job security is a pretty incredible thing, bro. You know, knowing that you've got a job tomorrow and a paycheck at the end of the week can actually motivate you. You know, and when you don't know,
Yeah, what a concept.
yeah, right? Because, you know, it's the idea of not being able to know where your next meal's coming from is kind of frightening.
Not fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. I've seen some of those lipo setups. Some insane power there. Oh, the vapes. The vapes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't get into the vapes because it was just like it was always so confusion to me. There was always so much going on.
I mean, now things are so much.
Bro, it's
like,
way
when
different
I first
now.
had the shop. Yeah,
Yeah.
you had to be a hobbyist
Yeah.
to operate these things, and now it's just like put nicotine to face.
Yeah. And inhale.
And
yeah.
Inhale. Congratulations.
You are
nicotine in face now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the dream. Things are going to change though. That's going to change because of the lipo packs. Like the UK's already going to ban them, single-use disposables. So everything's going to have to go to at least a pod system.
Oh, okay.
Which is great because like they're terrible. We're throwing away lipo batteries.
100%. Yes, 100%. Horrible for the environment. Yeah.
Horrible for the environment. Why the government didn't? Why governments, period, haven't stepped in further to be like, no, you guys aren't allowed to do this.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy. The fact that like it's they're the first ones to do it, and then we still got to wait for everybody else to catch up just to like stop us.
Right.
But like I waited way too long to start selling disposables because I hated them, and I was like hoping something was going to happen to stop this.
Right.
And then it didn't, and I was like, well, I'm a business.
Right, here we go. Yep.
I gotta eat.
Supply it to the people.
Selling disposables now, and yeah, it's one of those real dumb things.
Yeah, iPhone 15, baby, going to USB-C. Gets me. It actually got me excited. Get rid of these freaking lightning port cables. Like the amount of cables we have in our house is stupid.
Yeah, it is the problem. And I mean, I have so many iPhone cables that it is what it is at this point because I've been with them since the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But the lightning I like it because it's just the reverse USB-C, and it has less breakable parts because it goes into it versus USB-C goes around.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have that floating pin in the middle.
Yep.
Right. So it's still reversible, but it has less parts to break. So that's the only reason. But it was Apple's, not the universal one that everybody got to use. And so that's why it's like a Betamax VHS situation is what I think.
Right.
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure spec wise and data transfer, that's somebody else's podcast.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you know what? It's a learning curve, nonetheless.
We should throw up on the screen us running through that stupid inflatable obstacle course.
Oh, that was a good idea. Yeah, that was a good idea. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Yeah, I should actually put up a little. We've done quite a few things. Put up a little shot thing in terms of like the truck, and we got a few things we've done. Highly motivated.
We could even whatever if you can't get stuff now, like for the next time.
Yeah, we will for the next time. Yeah, 100%. And we can talk over it too. No, I'm totally down for that. However,
smart way to handle it.
Yeah. However, we should get out of here. We're coming up on that 1 hour mark. I'm down for another hoot if you want to have one with me before we get out of here.
Yeah.
So this was our first wake and bake on Highly Motivated, and it was pretty dope. I'm down for doing this again, and we'll refine it so it's a little more clean around the edges and a little more specific to highly motivated, and rather
Yeah.
than a little off pigeon sting.
We missed everybody. We just
Yeah,
needed to see
we were
people.
just like, can we go live tomorrow, bro? Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's do it.
Let's just do this. Yeah. As we get
I
our
miss
thing-
your face.
our start back together.
And I want to talk to you. Buddy love. Great show, boys. Thank you. Love the lives. Thank you. Well, thank you for being here. Seriously. We'll make it a more regular thing so you'll be able to actually like schedule and make it in here.
I'm telling you, we should work the hockey into it.
100%. 100%. Especially when now with the season starting, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Preseason on Sunday for me. I don't know when your first game is.
Probably Sunday. I haven't checked the schedule.
Yeah, I don't know. At least fine.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah.
Happy Saturday. Guys, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. That was a lot of fun. We'll definitely do that again. East Coast, Bendo, Commando, 38 Special, Buddy Love, Bad News. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it.
We do. Go and check out highlymotivatedproductions.ca. That's our website. And you can follow us on Instagram as well at Highly Motivated Productions. So go and check that out. I think you guys will enjoy the stay. And we will see you guys, hope episodes for next week. Okay? We'll make it happen. All right, guys.
We're set.
Peace out.